He's about to turn the key. Got action.
Esa longa ni pe.
All right, picking back up where I left off, I got the distributor out and looked at it. I don't see anything bad on it. It looks like it's fine. I see some wear pattern on it, but I don't think it's bad. Let me show you. All right, so here's the distributor. I can't even remember what this is. I know it's some fancy schmancy something. It's billet, it's shiny, whatever. But let's try to see if I can get these teeth. And that's the thing with this GoPro. I can't really get I can't zoom like that, but you can kind of see where there's like the discoloration. It's not black anymore. I guess from the metal actually making contact, it is touching. So yeah, I think that's good. I'll make a few phone calls to see if it's not good, but nothing catastrophic here. Even inside, that still spins. So I think we're good on this front. I just wanted to check it since I had the opportunity to. So I'll make a few phone calls, check some stuff out, and I'll probably just drop it back in because I know this is the issue. Get it back. I put the engine atop dead center, so I know like when I put this in, it'll be where it's supposed to be. But yeah, so we'll go from there. I'll drop it in and start getting the oil pump put in. All right, so here's the new oil pump right here. What am I gonna do here? It's got some surface rust on it because I had it like sit in the car or whatever, but we're good. I tapped it in using that tool I was telling you guys about, made it really easy. You can still manipulate it, especially if you haven't put like a tack hold or anything, which people highly recommend. I'm really under the gun right now, so I'm probably not going to end up doing that. But anyway, it's tapped in. I'll revisit it if I have to. I'm going to put it up on there, and this is the bolts from the other kit, or at least just the nut and the washer, because I had two other ARP stud kits, forgetting that the whole bottom end was already ARP studded. So just going to use this one because it's a little easier to get a hold of these rather than the 12 points, because I don't even have a 12-point set anymore. But I'm going to rough twist it up on the block, get it up on there, get the oil pan, and push the pan up on there. I mean, some of you guys are probably familiar with the process of making sure you got that 1/4 inch between the actual screen and the bottom of the pan, but that's what we're ready to go under the car and do now. All right, so just rough mocked it up on here. Put the pump up, bolts on. I'm just going to tighten it, just kind of like hand tight, not any specific torque spec, just so I can get the pan up on there and start figuring out the right spacing and where this needs to be clocked. The pickup needs to be clocked so it's sitting where it's supposed to. You find it? All right, new pan coming through. And yes, I do know that the gasket itself also creates a bit of a gap, so I will make sure that I include that in my calculations here. Alright, so let's see here now. That is flat where it needs to be, but I need what am I talking about? I need a 1/4 inch between the pan and this, and right now it's touching the pan, so gotta bring it up about a 1/4 inch. Okay, so I'm gonna figure out how I'm gonna do this. I'm probably gonna get something that's about quarter of an inch of thickness to kind of give me the gap I need. Even though, truthfully, looking at this screen protector thingy here, I forgot what that is, I wouldn't be surprised if it's about a 1/4 of an inch from where this sits to the actual screen itself. But to be on the safe side, I'm just gonna space it out another 1/4 inch. Okay, so getting ready for final setup. I have my booty torque wrench. I mean, truthfully, this thing has got me by for a while. It's just a Harbor Freight, Pittsburgh, no big deal. I know people are gonna freak out because it's not a freaking Snap-on or a Mac, so it's not gonna be accurate, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, this is what I'm using. So I have it set to like 65 foot-pounds, because trying to look on the internet, it's kind of hard to find a definitive answer of what this is. But I found a guy that actually got in touch with ARP, and they say with their lube, which I realize I don't have, it's about 55 foot-pounds. So I think I'm probably gonna turn mine to 60, but I see some people say if you use 30 weight oil, then you would do closer to 70. I'm just gonna hit a sweet spot and hope I don't die, or hope this doesn't blow up, and put it at about 60, 65, and that'll be it. Also, for starters, this is ARP too, but a bunch of companies sell it, whatever, but it's just the metal, full-on metal replacement for the oil pump shaft that goes to the distributor. They do come with plastic. I believe it's the plastic that kind of covers this coupling here, where it mates to the actual oil pump. This end is what goes up into the distributor. So this is plastic from the factory, and you can even buy it and use it, but just get a metal one, why not? Here we go. That thing engaged. Run this way. All right, that's in there, it's engaged, and I'm about to just get it up in top, and this will be the last time that I install this thing. The socket just to snug it up, get it in place, and I'm just going to think to myself, am I missing anything in this process before I torque this down? And I don't think so, but let's go. Pump, new pump, not old pump. Pickup, new pickup, all the way inserted. Wish I had a weld, but I don't, but this thing has to do something soon. And it's spaced out properly. So we have the shaft up top, and that's it. I think it's time to torque this bad boy. All right, that's the click. I'm calling that a click for sure. All right, torque down in place. That should be final installation. Now, just gotta clean off this surface. I already cleaned off like all of the excess RTV and whatnot, but clean it off with some brake clean. Dab some RTV in a couple spots in the corners that are usually problems, and get the pan on. All right, so wipe the surface down with acetone. It's all clean now, and let me get some light going a little bit. I know it's already daytime, but anyway, just so you guys can see. So this is probably like the first time ever, oh, you know what, maybe second in my life, that when I used RTV, I actually used the little plastic thingy. But if I wanted to get up in there and around the flywheel, and same thing up front, I just put a dab in the corners. This seems to be the most common way that people have done it, and I have done it this way in the past, but a dab of RTV in the corners where it bends and meets the main seal, and what's this thing called? The timing chain. So dab there as well. That was a little sloppy. I'll probably touch that up. And then one over there. So all four corners dabbed up. And also another thing, because I really don't want this to leak, but knowing my luck it is anyway, but as long as it's not pouring out profusely like it was before out of the other gasket. So I'm just going to twist these things in place. Other than the threads on the one end, opposite end, you got this, which is a flathead to take them out. And there's plenty of videos on YouTube. I mean, I literally went on YouTube in between this little break here and looked it up. I found an older gentleman that looked like he knew what he was talking about. So that's what I did. Okay, boom, another fast forward. I got those little peg thingies in to help hold it up. And I mean, it is pretty nice. Before I would always fight in the past to use nothing and just put the gasket on the pan and put it up there. But pretty cool having this hold it up. Let's see what's like the rest of the way. But yeah, did the same thing, if you can tell, up in that corner. Light again, up in that corner. Got the RTV, this one here as well, and same thing on the front, la-di-da. And now it's time to get the pan on and hopefully go smooth. All right, dude, this is sweet, man. With these clips, it just holds the entire pan up here. This is nice. Once I got it lined up, it's on. So now, I mean, shoot, even the holes pretty much, well, hold on. Even the holes pretty much line up. A little bit of a shimmy maybe, but this is nice, man. So it seems like they say that you really want to start with the first 4 bolts, tighten them up a little bit, especially because that front gasket piece is so thick. You want to probably get those smushed a bit, and then it'll give you more space with the bolts on the sides to get those threaded in. But yeah, it should be smooth sailing from here, but probably spoke too soon. Let's see. Now everything is buttoned up. Got all the bolts in, got all the other ones out, the other plastic things. Did 2 passes. Some people say do 3. I just know I usually try to have somewhat of a soft touch, and even my soft touch isn't really soft, so just trying to be careful here. But all of them are in tight, RTV in the corners. I didn't do any on the actual like arcs of the gaskets. Hopefully it doesn't bite me in the behind, but I mean, it's more than enough material, so it should be fine. But yeah, just gotta get this oil filter on and I'll be done under here, hopefully. So, end of the day. As you can see, it's a lot less light than it was earlier when I was talking to y'all, but it's weird. I want to say I got a lot done, but it doesn't seem like what needed to be done was a lot. Weird. But anyway, oil pan, well, first off, oil pump, screen attached, pump is on, torqued, new gasket, new oil pan, new filter, buttoned up. I'm going to let the little bit of RTV that's in the corners seal, and I'll get back at it tomorrow. So first thing I'm going to do tomorrow is pour in the oil in the morning, and I'm going to take the drill out, put it on, and see how much oil pressure I can get off a drill. I'm probably going to research how much, I guess, is the average for, let's just say, an average stock small block Chevy. If I was to use a drill to get oil pressure, what should I see? So that should kind of give me a baseline of what to look for. So once again, clock's ticking over here with this thing. I gotta get it out of here. It's definitely gonna have to come back to my house, which is gonna be a bit of a problem with the HOA, but I gotta do what I can, do what I gotta do so I don't lose it. And that requires me actually washing it, because truthfully, I mean, compared to the Kodiak, this thing is actually not too far off as far as being clean. I mean, it's the same chip and clear coat like everything else. The fenders are brand new. I just hit them with a coat of paint on the inside and the outside just so they didn't just rust immediately. But with this thing washed, front windshield replaced, they're coming to do this on, what are they doing this? They're coming to do this on Monday. They're coming to do this on Monday, and that's the day that this thing actually has to be gone, which is kind of sucks. But anyway, they're going to do the glass, and then later on after they do the glass, I got to get it towed back to my house. Once it's towed back to the house, then I have to go to work, and that's going to suck. But anyway, under the hood here, I actually had to, well, first off, I had to go to Home Depot and fight off freaking wasps, because they were definitely in full force. So I killed a good chunk of them. I thought that they were going in here, like I had showed you guys before. There was actually a nest up in the corner. And wild part is, as tall as I am, I had a stool here, standing up, going over to loosen that distributor bolt. And my head was literally right there, didn't even realize it, for probably about, I don't know, 40 seconds. But yeah, handled that. So anyway, coming over here, here's the prime tool, and I'm going to kind of put that in place just to remind myself. I mean, I'm definitely not going to forget because this is major, but this is going to go down in the distributor hole, and I'm going to use the light from my camera. So as you guys can see, distributor hole down there. We'll drop it in and trying to get it to mate up where it needs to be. Oh, there we go. Oh, hold on. I can feel it. I'm dragging the pump now. That is now in, down, and engaged with the oil pump. So when I come in tomorrow, gotta get a drill on that, which is always fun because it's kind of awkward back here. Might have to take the ignition coil off to get to it. But pop this off, fill it up with oil, and pray that I get some oil pressure. But yeah, man, definitely down on the wire, which used to be a whole bunch of cars, people, all kinds of stuff. It's over. Things happen. So gotta do what we gotta do. But anyway, I mean, it's a big reminder for me. I can't even blame anybody else. I mean, the thing's been at the other shop for years. It's been here for, I want to say, years some change, almost years. But yeah, years some change, because last year I was in school, or truthfully, the last year and a half was gone just with school. But yeah, so I mean, I had time, but had other things going on. I kept messing with the Kodiak, as you guys saw, kept touching that. But I really wanted to come back like full force on this with all my ducks in a row, which didn't seem to be possible. But anyway, end of the day, wrapping it up. We'll see what tomorrow looks like. Here it is. What is this? Next day. Back over here and just poured the oil in. So let's check it out. All right, so oil's in. I took that cap off. I really got to clean up under this thing, but whatever. Poured it in, all 5 quarts. That was a little tricky to try to get onto the oil prime tool because the back battery was kind of in the way, and I don't even have any smaller batteries than this than the one that's on here, so whatever. Had to move a couple things around. Took I think that's the IX sensor, I forgot, but had to take that out of the throttle body so that way it would clear and I could get the battery in over here. So got it tight, and just got to see if it has oil pressure. And the one thing that does make it tricky is I have to figure out how to lay eyes on the gauge and use the drill under the hood. So I don't know, I'll probably like use the GoPro or my phone or something and try to get like record the actual gauge itself and then watch it back just to see if it worked and see what kind of pressure I got. So the oil pressure gauge is right here. I had it where I could try to kind of get the best view of it when I was doing it before. So it's hooked up, braided in, and I just got to figure out where and how to prop this thing where I can, like, I don't know, set my phone up maybe like here or something and aim it at that. I don't know, but we're gonna figure it out. All right, so fast forward. Got it pushed out of the spot. Sam just helped me push it. Got it from out of the freaking divots that it was in because it was sitting so long. It kind of just like sunk in place in the 4 spots where the tires were. But yeah, so now I can actually get all the way around it. So real quick, not much has changed. Just popping this thing so that way I can show you guys. Of course, it's not going to look pretty because I'm under the gun here, but all the wires are hooked up. Distributors back in, as you can see, top dead center, all that stuff. Got it to line up with the oil pump drive shaft. And truthfully, the only thing stopping me from starting this thing is trying to make sure that the gas that's in there is pretty good. So I'm going to put some gas in there. I got a can of 93 octane around here somewhere, and I also have my octane booster. So I'm going to put the octane boost in, put the gas in. Literally just gonna put my body up against the truck and just shake it to try to mix it up real quick. Get the battery hooked up and go for it. Let's try now. Okay, gas is in, octane booster's in. It was back there where you saw that before. Sand helped me push it back some more. I cut the wheel and literally just pulled it closer. Doesn't have to be perfect, just has to be close enough so I can get the hose to reach the whole thing. So next is pretty much hooking up the battery, pulling up the Kodiak up to the front, because I'm definitely going to need to have, like, I don't have a jump box, so I'm going to have to just use the truck to jump it in case it takes a while for it to start. And other than that, got to give it a good wash. Definitely going to have to scrub the crap out of this thing. I'm literally debating on taking a break, sitting down, resting my back, then coming at this thing full force. But I don't know. You know what? I'm probably going to at least do a pass right now. This thing's horrible. Don't judge me. This is the current situation. This is just like a beauty board to serve as a battery delete because my battery bank was always in the rear of the truck. So I haven't had a front battery up here for a very long time. So I have a ground hooked up here, going to the ground, positive hooked up, going to the positive, and truthfully, now that the gas is in, battery's hooked up, I'm just going to very scarily go in and turn key. The key up. All right. Nothing blew up. Nothing.
Started back in?
Yeah, I never took the starter out. It sits the way that it's sitting, well, the way that it sat after I had just turned it off that day and just left it turned off. So something's not connected. All right. I'm still kind of scared.
Cross your fingers. He's about to turn the key. Got action.
I want to say the sound, the timing is really off. So I can turn the.
Did you tighten the screw up?
No, not all the way. I tightened it towards the snub. Lock it. I'm gonna turn it toward the
Passenger driver.
driver.
Pop, 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 pop.
Come on, don't yo. That's kind of crazy.
Hey, what's up?
Oh, you saw me trying to put this?
Yeah.
Oil pressure is garbage, but whatever. What the fuck, is that coming out the battery? It should start back up, but once again, the oil pressure is trash.
Once again, the oil pressure is trash.
Yo, it's like 5. So I'm trying to.
Maybe that gauge ain't no good.
I'm kind of hoping.
Because it ain't making that noise like it was.
Which one?
Like when we first started, that bitch was knocking.
Oh, I had a bad leak on that side because I changed the gasket on that side. But come to find out, when the engine had got so hot, a piece of the gasket blew out. So I took the freaking header off and thought I took all of the gasket off, put a new one in, bolted it up. But there was old gasket stuck to the head. So I had to take it, scrape all of that off, and then put a new one on. So I'm gonna get this a little further in there. Try to bring the RPMs up more. Like 10, which is still horrible, but it's something. Push come to shove, once I like leave the brakes and shit later, I'll be able to at least maneuver around in close quarters and still work on it at the same time. Well, that's a wrap.